Okay, good evening, everyone, and welcome to our post Dream Team Experience webinar. We are so pumped to have our leadership on the webinar, some of them anyway, that qualified for this experience. It was definitely that next level standard in terms of leadership training. Myself, I was up in Queensland and, was keeping in touch with the guys that were down in Melbourne, and it just looked like they were having a phenomenal experience. First of all, congratulations to especially all of our first time qualifiers from the Go Time crew. You guys did an amazing job to make sure that you were in the room. And of course, to our leaders that continue to qualify for, every Dream Team experience. It's just so awesome to see you guys being consistent in terms of wanting to grow and take your business to that next level. So what we're actually going to do first is hear from some of our leaders. They've kindly jumped on the call for us tonight just to share their takeaways and experiences, and I'm going to hand it over to the beautiful Miss Amy Rich, who's going to guide us through hearing the story. So over to you, Richie.
Thanks, Em, and so happy to be on this webinar after such a powerful event yesterday. I just want to briefly share that the reason why I love the Dream Team experience so much. Obviously, it was a very powerful day yesterday. We had such an amazing selection of leadership traveling nationally and internationally to come and share their value, their story, so raw and intimately at the Dream Team experience. The one thing that I love about it is I obviously love all the events that are put on for us to grow and learn, but the Dream Team experience in particular, it's such an intimate environment where you do get to get up and close with some of the great leaders and people that we're aspiring to become. So I absolutely love it for that purpose. And I know that the best part as well is coming together as a group now and really sharing our takeaway messages as a unit is another key and powerful step in us all moving forward. And absolutely excited to be on the webinar today and also hear what all the other leaders in the Go Time crew have to say about their takeaway messages as well. So I'm really excited. I'm going to share my takeaway messages at the end, but it's my pleasure to bring up my dear friends and awesome coaches, Claire and Michael, and ask, I guess, what you guys took away from the day, from your personal experience. So over to you, Claire and Michael.
Thank you. It's Claire here. This was my fourth Dream Team weekend that I've experienced, and what I really noticed that was different about this one was a lot of the times we hear about all the successful things that people are doing and all the great things and the positive things, which is awesome for our inspiration. But what was really different about this weekend is we heard a lot more about the challenges that these leaders are facing or have faced, and we got to be in there to learn from their mistakes or any of the things that they've overcome or the obstacles that they've gotten through. So we heard a lot of things on a very different level, which was really, really good to be a part of, and we definitely got some great takeaways from all the lessons that they have had to be able to move us forward. So that was definitely my favourite part, as well as just being around people that are seriously trying to make an impact and are definitely moving towards that.
Hey guys, Michael here. This was also my fourth Dream Team. I'd have to say it was probably my favourite. It definitely was amazing just hanging out with a couple of President's team for what felt like the whole weekend. It was incredible. I guess as Claire said, a lot of the times when you hear the trainings, it's quite generalised, but to hear the President's team really break down their story and go through the challenges in full detail, that was it was a bit of an eye-opener, and it was really good in terms of some of the challenges that I'm sure a lot of people are facing within their businesses at the moment. They could certainly relate. So I love that aspect. I love the fact that George Knight just absolutely let loose. It was one of the best trainings I've ever heard him do. We certainly need to look for builders and move very, very fast. And I had an absolute ball. So thanks for letting me share.
Fantastic, guys. Thank you. Now, for myself, again, like the guys just shared, a really powerful event for me. I really loved the rawness of the leadership that we're sharing. As Claire mentioned, you hear all the success stories, but when you hear the journeys behind the success stories, you can really relate. It gives you a sense of ease, and I really felt that at leaving the event is that, hearing the sacrifices and the commitment and, obviously the reward that comes of putting in that sacrifice and commitment, hearing that from people such as Joanna Gwene and Damien Powley and the other leaders speaking on the day really helped me leave really refreshed. It definitely made some of the small little challenges that I face personally not so, make them feel a little bit smaller than what I was making them out to be. So my personal confidence has just grown so much after that event, just from hearing from those guys, which has been so valuable. Just a couple of quotes that I really took away that I'd love to pay forward. The greatest deterrent of success is self-confidence, and that confidence comes from doing what you can do. And hearing the takeaway messages from these guys, they gave us some great things that we can do and we can implement. So we're all leaving really, really charged up and inspired. So on that note, I know there was many Dream Team weekends happening around Australia, and we were very lucky to have Emily over in Queensland, so she's got some goodness to share with us as well. So over to Miss Emily to share some of the takeaways that she got over in the Queensland side of the Dream Team experience. So you there, Miss Em?
Yes, I'm here, Amy. Thanks, guys. That was awesome. Look, totally different experience again, obviously being in a different state, and being a speaker as well, which was such an honour and a privilege, and definitely a huge goal ticked off as well. So, the beautiful thing about Dream Team is you have such vulnerability and honesty at these intimate events. And for myself, I was able to focus on really discussing with the guys a little bit about how they structure their weeks, their days, their months, and also, of course, funneling into major events. And we've got a really exciting announcement coming up shortly. But I really discussed that with them, and that's something that we're very lucky to have in Melbourne in terms of our support system, and obviously discussing things like how you manage your time, how we invite into those major events. And really we also got stuck into some personal development. So just refreshing and revisiting what our own personal mission is and the kind of life we'd like to create for ourselves. These leadership events are really a time of reflection as well. And I was very, very lucky to also hear, obviously, Jess Morgan, Gary de Bravender, Rob Walsh. There was a huge team of leadership there. So Jess spoke a lot about, expecting more from yourself. If you really want to change your life, you really do have to take things up a notch in all levels of your life. And, something that I said in my presentation was, you can either live that sort of caged or trapped life and really allow your circumstances to control, I guess, where you're going in life, or, you can break free and live that charged life and change your life and your circumstances yourself. But we all know that when you knock on the door of opportunity, it's going to be work that answers, and it's going to take work to achieve that extraordinary life. But Dream Team itself is, again, a reward for doing our job and being very consistent with helping people. So, the Queensland event was just amazing. Melbourne looked off the charts. And before I let out a big secret, we're going to hand it back to Claire, and she's going to take us through what a really, really exciting announcement is. So over to you, Armand.
Thank you, guys. I'm so excited about what was announced over the weekend, and it just got over the line while we were in the training. So it's brand new, very fresh. It's about to be massively released, and it's a really great thing to work towards, and that is our World Team Leadership Weekend. Woo! And what this weekend will be all about, if the weekend just gone was anything to go off, then this one is definitely going to be that next level higher. And I know for us personally, for all the other events like this, we've needed to travel to Asia. So to have something like this, nationally for us is such a blessing, and we're so lucky to have it local. And the best part about qualifying for events like this is you move up, you keep growing, you qualify world teams. So this is why the company puts these things in place, is one, to help us grow, in personal development, to help us grow as leaders, and to help us grow our business as well. So the qualification for the World Team Leadership Weekend is qualifying World Team. So it's either 4 months of 2.5 personal volume, 1 month of 10,000 personal volume, or 1 month of 10,000 organisational volume. So 500 royalty overrides, which is basically helping other people move towards their next step or their discount or towards supervisor or world team. So the great thing about when you start moving through these different kinds of qualifications is you're building enough momentum to get into the event to then go straight to active world team. So this is all designed to keep you moving forward every step of the way. And we're so lucky that the company puts on events like this, and the speakers on these kind of events are next level. It's a lot more private. It's a lot more specialised to where a lot of the leadership are at, being at World Team. So you'll find that it feels like a lot of the speakers are speaking directly to you. It's directly relevant to where you're at the time. So just to give you guys an idea of how you might start to build momentum with your 2,500 personal volume for those 4 consecutive months, or if you can build it higher, then great. A few different ways you might want to do that is obviously through your personal consumption. We are always trying to increase our results, so that's going to contribute to that as well. You might have some retail customers that are consistently ordering. And with those people, I'd help them figure out what their next step is. Maybe it's ordering as a member and getting a VIP discount. And then what you can do is start to help out the people that they know as well, maybe get some referrals and help those people build their discount. So when you look at your personal volume, the focus is always helping people move towards their next step or their next discount, and that should make sure that that 2,500 is done and dusted every single month. So we're really excited about this event, and we're more excited to see how many people qualify because we know it'll be huge.
Definitely. Thank you so much for explaining that, Claire. And I'm going to hand back to Claire for another exciting announcement in just a second. Just to give you a hint, it's a bit of a new taste sensation. But as Claire said, like, this World Team training is really the first time that we've had anything local, and to be able to all be together for such a powerful event is really going to be something that takes us all forward as a team. So as much as, I loved being in Queensland, and of course Melbourne had a crazy event, so did Perth, so did Sydney. And, how powerful will that be for all of the leadership from Australia and New Zealand, I believe, to be in the one room. So then you get to hear from a wide range of obviously high-level speakers. The energy in the room will just be that, next level. And as well as it still being quite intimate, it's just a very empowering event. So thank you, Claire. That is brilliant. And, as Claire mentioned, it's just doing a little bit of all of our job to make sure that 2.5 obviously gets ticked over to nail down your qualification. And this school is just going to take us all to active World Team and beyond. And it's just so exciting because it just is going to set up the end of the year going into Spectacular, which is our major event, and it's just going to be so exciting. So clearly I'm excited, but I'm going to hand it back to Claire because she's got one more exciting announcement for us as well.
Yes, so we're all just so excited, and this was a major part of the weekend, and Herbalife is so great at always keeping us on our feet, always helping us increase our results. And as we know, aloe increases our results by 40%. So when we all started off with the original aloe, we all noticed the results. Then mango came out, and that was just a whole nother level, just something completely different to add into our lifestyle. And what we tasted over the weekend, which is now officially released, is our new mandarin aloe.
Woo! Yeah, so excited.
And this aloe is just completely different. I know a lot of people think that mango and mandarin, citrus family, same type thing, but it's kind of like not as sweet as mango, but not as sour, bland or simple as the original aloe is. So, yeah, sour, perfect. So mandarin is the perfect flavour. We were thinking of some recipes, maybe mixing it with your peach tea would be delicious. So my recommendation is order mandarin aloe right now. Get as many as you can. Obviously, getting the 5 bottles will get you that drink bottle there. But there's also an Instagram competition where you can hashtag citrus taste, hashtag Herbalife, and you can also win another special Herbalife prize, a little drink bottle. So definitely get on that straight away, not only for the prizes, but most importantly for our results. And it tastes delicious. Why wouldn't you want to have it? So a massively exciting weekend, topped off with a very exciting new product. Let's get it into our bodies and get new results.
Beautiful. Thank you so much, girls, for your help running the webinar tonight. And we're just so excited, guys, to have everyone together at that event. It's September. More details will be released shortly in terms of venue and, what state it's going to be in as well. So action steps from here, really just get back to your mentor. There's still 10 days left of this month. So this month could be your first month of 2.5 if you haven't started your qualification period already. Qualification can be this month. So back to your mentor, put a plan in place to make sure you get that over the line for this month and really start to build some momentum until this amazing event in September. But of course, one more thing that we do have to mention before we finish is extravaganza tickets. So, figure out again with your mentor. Obviously, majority of us are going to St. Louis, which is going to be amazing in July. Early bird tickets are now on sale, and most of us are really getting the wheels in motion in terms of accommodation, flights. If you need an accommodation buddy, please post it up on the team Facebook page. There'll be a few people that will obviously be sharing rooms, and of course, if you're going to Bangkok, Mark and I will be there as well, so reach out to us and we can help you with some direction there. But look, extravaganza is going to be next level, and then imagine rolling straight into the World Team School together, and then just the momentum we're all going to have by the end of the year is just going to be crazy. So thanks to my partners in crime for helping me tonight, and it's go time, guys.
Woo!
Woo! Thanks, team. See you later. Bye.
Thanks, guys.
Bye.